All right, welcome to week 14. So, hopefully everyone has taken their exam. At the end, we're also going to talk about the tutoring assignment. Some people are having trouble getting into that. Now, there are 2 exams left in geometry. So, in 2 weeks, it is week 16. Right? The last unit exam. And then 1 week later, you have a final exam. So the semester is quickly coming to an end. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, guys, can you tell me? No pressure. No pressure. Yeah, but it's exciting because you'll be done with semester 1. So yeah. Okay. Does anyone have a guess as to what proof we have that these triangles are congruent? A little bit of review here. Yeah, what do you guys think? I see reflexive. Okay. Now that I've said reflexive, what do you see? Ding, ding, ding. If I cover this up, I see a side with 2 angles touching. Oh, sorry. Yeah, both angles both touch the side. So I see angle, side, angle. Yeah. The side touches both of the angles if you focus on one triangle at a time. And then it also works for that one. Angle, side, angle. Okay, so we get the reflexive part. Reflexive. It's always good to write it, even if I don't ask, because you cannot mark something if you do not have a reason. Oh, technically this says flowchart proof. If you want to see the flowchart proof, you can stick around at the end, but we're just going to practice the last 2 bubbles. We're not going to talk about the given. So reflexive, and then, thank you, angle, angle, side. If you want to see the flowchart proofs, look at last year's video, and I think I did the full proofs. Okay. What is this one? Thank you. Side, angle, side. And what is this one? Side, side, side. Awesome. That was kind of quick. We're going to move on. Okay. Now, there are properties of parallelograms that we're going to review a little bit. Thank you. Will you do me a favor? Put the calculator in that brown box right there. Thank you, Iris. Okay. So if it's a parallelogram, then we can say that opposite sides are parallel. Okay, we could also say that opposite sides are congruent. Now, the first one's a definition, the second one is a proof, and that can be proven. Okay, but right now we're just kind of discussing them. We could also say that, so that is all the ones that have to do with sides. Let's talk about the angles. We can say that opposite angles are congruent. Yeah, can you see that you have 2 acute ones that are congruent and 2 obtuse ones that are congruent? So if it's a parallelogram, not every quadrilateral, but if it's a parallelogram. Now, we know that the definition of parallelogram says that those are parallel. So we know that if we have a parallelogram, same side interior angles are supplementary. In quadrilaterals, we're not going to call them same side interior. We're going to call them consecutive. Now, this page should be at the bottom of this week's module. If it's not, remind me and I'll. Oh, consecutive. Oh, good question. Okay, let's clarify the vocabulary. Okay, so with these shapes, we're going to have two things. We're going to have consecutive. Okay, so what are consecutive? The next consecutive number after 2 is 3. They are adjacent to each other. Okay, so if I call this 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1 is consecutive to 2. Yeah. 2's to 3, 3's to 4, 4's to 1. So we have consecutive and we have opposite. So 1 would be opposite 3. Okay, so consecutive means next to each other, and opposite is the one across. So you will see both of those words. Okay, so 1 with 2, 1's consecutive to 2, 1's also consecutive to 4. Yeah, can you guys hear me? My mic was like way over there. Okay, so we have opposite angles are congruent, consecutive angles are supplementary. Okay, and the diagonals bisect each other. And they form two congruent triangles. We don't talk about that as much again. So you could kind of see that this side equals that side, right? This is the middle. That middle point has bisected that diagonal. And you could see that this one is congruent to that one. That midpoint has bisected that diagonal. Okay. A rhombus. Yeah, if I have 2 of them, I have 2 rhombi. Now, what a rhombus is a square that doesn't have the 90-degree angles. Notice the definition of a rhombus is 4 congruent sides. Now, it could have 90-degree angles, but we don't know that. Okay, so that's the rhombus. Notice diagonals are perpendicular, diagonals bisect each other. Okay, then the rectangle. And the square is everything. Notice a rhombus has equal sides. A rectangle has 4 right angles, and the square has everything. Okay. So the ed puzzles, not ed puzzles, the ed puzzles and the school yourselves that you do are going to talk about that as well. So we're going to get to those. Okay, this is a trapezoid. Now, I just learned that it's different in different states. In California, we say has exactly 1 pair of parallel sides. There are some states that say it could be 1 pair, it could be 2 pairs, but we don't in California. So exactly 1 pair of parallel sides. And this is a transversal. So if this is a trapezoid, we say that, yeah, these, I have two lines cut by a transversal. Because it's not a parallelogram, these are not parallel. So we're still going to use the word the term side interior angles. Okay, they are consecutive but if it's, good point, they are consecutive. But if it's a trapezoid, those don't count. If it's a parallelogram, because both pair, consecutive could be those two, or it could be those two. But you see the trapezoid, it only has one pair of parallel sides. So the consecutive ones are only the ones like this. Okay, opposite. Okay, so here's the deal. If it's a parallelogram, consecutive angles are supplementary. So we're going to do parallelograms, and we're going to do trapezoids. So both pairs. If it's a trapezoid, so this is a parallelogram. By the way, you guys are asking excellent questions. I don't know why I said interior. Okay, they are interior. Okay, you guys are asking such excellent questions. So if it's a parallelogram, one is supplementary to two, and one is also supplementary to three. Okay, because parallelograms have two pairs of parallel sides. Trapezoids only have one pair. So angle one, this is a trapezoid. Angle one is supplementary to which angle? Ding, 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 2. Yeah. So can you see with a parallelogram? One could go with this one could go with this one. They're all supplementary. Okay. Not 1 and 4, but consecutive. But with a trapezoid, it's only these two and, oh, I said they were congruent. I don't want to say congruent. Those two are supplementary. And these two are supplementary. So do we see the difference between trapezoid and parallelogram? Okay, parallelogram, there's more options. Trapezoid, only one pair of sides are parallel. So these two are supplementary. And these two are supplementary. So we can also say angle 3 supplementary to angle 4. Here we could say 1 with 2, 1 with 3. There's a lot. All the consecutive ones are supplementary. But trapezoid, only 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, I think this is going to become pretty obvious when we do these problems. Okay, so it's a trapezoid. So only the side ones, right? So these two angles are supplementary. So how do we write our equation? Are they equal to each other, or is their sum equal to 180? Supplementary, ding. Oh, good try. It's actually 180. I would have to add all 4 of them to get 360. So, but thank you. 11x plus 10 plus 115 is equal to 180. Yeah, because they are supplementary. Okay, combine like terms. 11x plus 125 is equal to 180. That was combine like terms. Now we're going to isolate the variable by doing what? Ding, ding, ding. You were ahead of me. Subtract 125 from both sides. 11x is equal to 55. Did I subtract that right? Divide by 11. X is equal to 5. Okay, let's practice. I think you're going to see that it's not that bad. Okay. This is a parallelogram. What can you tell me about those consecutive angles of a parallelogram? Now remember, a parallelogram, those are parallel. Those are parallel. We have more options. So consecutive angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. There we go. Okay, so 89x minus 1 plus 92 is equal to 180. Hi. You want to take your test today? You look at that binder right there and go to the back and look for the geometry practice exam worked out solutions, or hand me the binder and I'll find it for you. It's in the back. So, oh, you want to do the week 9 exam, huh? Yes, week 9 exam. So you want the week, yeah, it's in there in the back, the week 8 practice exam. Go further back. That looks like advanced algebra still. All the way to the back. Yeah, sorry about that. Or you can hand it to me. I could do it. Okay. How do we solve this equation? Next step. Thank you. Combine like terms. So we have a -1, 89x plus 91 is equal to 180. Okay, I'm glad they all just didn't go. Did you find it? Okay. So you're going to check your practice exam and see if you have any questions. Are you ready? Okay. Okay, guys. Solve that equation. I'll be right back. do is I want you to look over this. Oh, are you fully ready? Or do you want to talk about it? Okay, so you study. Yeah, take that. Okay, are you ready? Let me get you started on this, and then we'll do the computer in a minute. Your graphs, make sure to make it take them. Okay, including not these, which is just unrelated, but these. So, let me get you started, and then we'll do the computer part in a little bit. Okay, so isolate. $89 is equal to, this is 89, right? Divide by 89. X equals 1. Okay. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Now this, we don't know it's a parallelogram. So all we know is this is a quadrilateral, right? It has 4 sides. So yes. So you're gonna write on this, put your name, show all your work here, except if it's vocabulary. And calculator. Okay, Zoomers. Okay, if this is your first time attending, this is usually not this bad, I promise. What do we know about the 4 angles? What's the sum of the degrees for a quadrilateral? We zoom. Okay. I'm going to divide this in half. So n equals 4. So I go n minus 2 times 180 is 2 times 180. So hopefully remember that formula that, n equals 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so n is the number of sides. You guys are so great at asking questions to clarify things. I think you're actually better at asking questions when you're on Zoom because you just type it in instead of saying, "Excuse me, Ms. Watts, I have a question." Okay. So the sum of the angles is 180. In fact, it's funny that I have my headphones on because you don't really talk to me, you just type things in. Okay, so I'm going to call this X. X plus 120 plus 95 plus 85 is equal to 180. Oh, I told you I'm a little scattered today. 360. Oh my gosh. The sum is 360. Each okay. The sum's 360, right? Not 180. Okay. Okay, combine like terms. 300. Yeah, isolate your variables, subtract 300. X is equal to 60. Okay, take a look at this one. This is a parallelogram. We're going to write an equation with those two sides, and I'll be right back. How many axes of symmetry? Ignore this. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 10 is 11 to the top side. How many axes of symmetry? 11 axes. Yes, 100%. The angle of rotation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And equals 8. It's 360 to go all the way around, divided by 8 is whatever that. 45 feet? You know, do that. So this would be 360 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is. Okay, so take a look. Let me know if. Are you gonna do it today? My mom just said that she's like to do it. Okay. Can I wait till Monday? How about Monday? Because tomorrow, I think I'm gonna be at a meeting on the other. So, what do we know about opposite sides of a parallelogram? Opposite sides are equal. 2x minus 11 is equal to x. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and subtract 2x, even though it's my biggest. It'll be fewer steps. So negative 11. Ooh, how do I do x minus 2x? I got to put an invisible 1 there with the calculator. Oh, very good. Negative 1x. Yeah. Got to put an invisible 1 there. So now I'm going to divide by negative 1. X is equal to 11. Okay. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent, which means their measures are equal. Okay, that'd be great. Thank you. They chose right in front of our classroom to, thank you. Opposite sides are congruent. So now we're going to add 6. 2x is equal to 22. Divide by 2, x is equal to 11. Again. Coincidence. Okay. Now, what's missing here? Okay, this was supposed to say that B, C, D, E is a rhombus. And VC is 30. Okay, a rhombus has everything but 90-degree angles. Okay, if we were to look at the list of things about a rhombus, we would see that diagonals bisect each other. And it looks like I accidentally stretched this picture. You would also see that diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. So sometimes we're going to use Pythagorean theorem. Okay. So if VC is 30, what is VE? 30. Okay. Next. Okay, this is let's see. RSTU is a parallelogram. If we were to look at the list, we would see, okay, so TA is 15 and AR is 2x plus 1. If we were to look at that list, we would see that diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So what's my equation? If the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other, that means this one's equal to this one is equal to that one. This is the midpoint of both diagonals. So what's our equation? All right. So 15 is equal to 2x plus 1. And we're going to solve. We're going to isolate the variable. 14 is equal to 2x. Divide by 2, x is equal to 7. Okay. ABCD is a rhombus. And we talked about this. So if it's a rhombus, not only do the diagonals bisect each other, the diagonals are perpendicular. And this should be E. Okay, so now I know the measure of angle DEA is how much? Thank you. 90 degrees. Okay. ABCD is a square. The measure of angle DCA. And I'll be right back. You're good? You're studying? Okay. Okay. So DCA. Okay, a square has all the rules. Ding, ding, ding. Very good. We know that measure of angle DCB equals 90. We know that the diagonals bisect the angles. Because this is a square, okay, it's a parallelogram, it's a rhombus. The diagonals bisect the angles. So measure of angle DCA is 45 degrees. Okay. Now this is actually easier to do in a traditional classroom where you're doing one thing a day. And wow, parallelogram. We are doing a whole week's worth. Parallelogram. Okay. So ABD is 40. ABD is 40. What is BDC? Okay, if it's a parallelogram, I know that lines are parallel. So how much is angle BDC? It is 40. They are not corresponding. They are alternate interior. Yeah, there you go. Alternate interior angles. That one is also 40. Oh. Oh, wow. Thank you. Okay. And I think this is your first Zoom session. I swear they're usually better. My brain is like going 20 different directions right now. Okay, so that's it, right? Any questions about these that were not clear? Yeah, you want to talk about the tutor thing? We are done. Unless you want to kind of talk about the tutoring assignment. Yeah, any questions on this packet? Can't hurt. Okay, so we're going to talk about the tutor thing in case any people are stuck. Yeah, are we good with this packet? Okay, so you want to do oh, hold on, we'll talk about the tutor thing. Let's talk about the flowchart proof. We're going to do a flowchart proof for this. So first of all, I put letters at all of the vertices. Okay, so given okay, so we see from the picture on the test, it would actually say this. Angle A congruent to angle C. No. This is just practicing. On the exam, you will have to do a flowchart proof. Okay, on the week 13 exam. But some of you have already taken that. This is given. Now, notice I can't say angle B and angle B because I have two angles going on here. I'm going to say angle ABD is congruent to angle CBD given. See how angle A, I could just say angle A. I could not just say angle B. Okay. Or you can put a little 1 and a little 2. Okay. Now DB is congruent to DB. Now I realize that's already marked. I made those marks. I have to give a reason that's not reflexive. So I have to give a reason that's not given. The reason is reflexive. Wow, my brain is not doing well today. Okay, those 3 reasons tell me that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CBD because of, what do I put here? There we go. This goes right there. Angle, angle, side. Okay. So that's a flowchart proof. Okay. Now, David, did you have questions about the tutor.com thing? Okay. Let me see. Okay, so we are done unless you have other questions or you want to see tutor.com. Thank you for joining me, or, whatever questions you guys have. Let's see. Student view. Okay, I'm going to share this. Share. This one, right? Oh, student view. We need to see student view. Okay. So in the module, it says, for number 14, okay, this is driving me crazy. Now, there used to be a link right here. That link didn't work. Okay. So you're going to go to tutor.com. Now, because I have a teacher account, this may be looking different. You're going to say connect with a tutor now. It should work. Okay. So notice I use the link right here. So you're going to say connect with a tutor now. Yeah. And you're going to say math. And subtopic, okay, let's say, whatever it is, congruent triangles or whatever. Enter your question. Now, questions, you are going to be typing back and forth. I believe you can share your screen. Anyway, so I want you to ask the tutor a question. Once you discover this, okay, you guys, I am not here for you 24/7. Yeah. I don't answer your questions. If you're doing homework at 2 a.m, I can't help you. But tutor.com, the district has paid a lot of money for you to have this resource. You cannot use this. Don't use it on quiz questions or test questions. And sometimes if you get a really good tutor, they're going to tell you, ooh, we're going to do a similar example. Okay. Because they know that you're not supposed to ask quiz questions. So that's how you do it. Click right here and they will help you with all your homework problems, all your, anything you want, but don't ask a test question if you're taking a test online. Okay. Hopefully that helps. If you're not be able to get in, maybe you would need to share your screen with me and I'd need to take a look. So that's it. Any other questions? You guys are great. You guys are so patient with me today. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
About the tutor assignment.
Uh-huh.
Does it have a test on it?
Does it have a what?
Um, so like the tutor assignment.
Uh-huh.
It's like a exam, right?
Oh, no. It's just an assignment. Now, what I recommend is this is a great time if there are any toolkit problems you didn't understand or practice exam problems, you can ask practice exam. That's for you to pick a problem you're struggling with and go to tutor.com and have them help you with it. It's just an
Uh,
assignment.
all right, and and it says sub how you submit them.
Oh, take a screenshot. You're going to take a screenshot and you're going to paste that into a Google Doc, save it as a PDF and upload it.
Okay. What kind of picture I submit them?
You know what? Okay. Let me show you kind of. Let me get out of student. Let me show you what someone else. Let's see if anyone submitted for your class yet. Okay. Now we need to not see this person's name. Okay. So let me see if I can share this. Oh my gosh. So many windows are open at the moment. Okay. No, not that one. That has her name. Okay, are you looking at this? This is kind of what this is what someone else submitted. So see how you can see the chat on the right. And oh, okay. So this is what she did. She actually drew with her mouse the picture that she wanted to discuss with the tutor. So you can do ones with diagrams. You just draw with your mouse, kind of like you would on Cami. Does that help?
Yeah.
So that's what your submission will look like. I will also get a report. Whenever you ask the tutor a question, the teachers get to see what you asked. And we see a transcript of your conversation. But that's it for tutor.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Anyone else have a question? Okay, thank you for oh, wait. Oh, there's more. Okay, come on. No, ask a relevant question that okay, you can ask what 2 + 2 is. Okay, but ask a relevant question that will help you in the class. Yes, I will give you credit for 2 + 2, but I don't want to see you ask a tutor 2 + 2. Okay, I want you to ask a geometry question. But yeah, you'll get the 50 points. How do you get onto the website? You go to right here. Yeah, can you see it? It's on the left-hand side, even if you're in student view. It's right here. Click right there and that'll take you to it. All righty. Okay, Zoomers. Oh, David, you're the last one. Okay. Okay, David, thanks for coming.